Here we go, Jane.
Okay, we're good for takeoff. Good morning, everybody. So glad you're all here. It's a lovely, beautiful day. I saw some raindrops on the way here, and I was going to water my yard, but maybe I'll wait. Maybe. You can't always do that, though. All right, so welcome to Unity of Billings. And if you will join me, we're going to sing Surely the Presence of the Lord is in this place. You can sit or stand, whichever is most comfortable for you. And we are a cappella today.
Surely
The presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can feel the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Thanks for that harmony.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Every now and then that comes in. Okay, so now it is Sunday services are being streamed. So please help support Unity's ministry and donate by going to the PayPal and the unitybillings.gmail.com on your website. Click on the donate button and thank you for all of your gifts of support, love, and faith. Announcements. Briefly and short, right after this, the committee for the 100-year Unity celebration is going on here. So any of those who would like to join us, Charlene is going to be there. I'm going to be there. And yeah. So, yes, Charlene, did you want to comment? Okay. So we're going to be meeting afterwards to discuss the wonderful, exciting upcoming events that we have. And Yoga with Tony is here every Thursday at 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Love offering of $12 if you wish. She donates to the church, and I hear it's a fantastic stretching, moving experience. The World Labyrinth Day is May 3rd at 1 p.m. 180 24th Street West.
It's over at St. Andrews.
St. Andrews Square. Oh, yeah. They have their own labyrinth right out there.
And I'll be facilitating.
And Charlene will be facilitating. That'll be wonderful. It's a great experience.
24-hour walk for peace throughout the whole world.
Yay, that sounds beautiful. All right, so they're going to have that open and available 24/7 that day, right? Or a 24-hour day of, yeah.
1 hour, but they're 1 hour time zones throughout
Okay.
the world.
Got ya. Busy bags in the basket in the back for any children with us today that may feel like they need to have some fun. Yes?
Oh, I'm children. Sorry.
I know, so am I, but I'm kind of busy. Okay, so there are children within each and every one of us. I hope you know that. So please return them to at the end of the service back in the basket. And Robin is delivering one right as we speak. 2. Yeah, great. Friendship Sunday potluck is next Sunday. Yum, yum. Join us downstairs after the service. Share some wonderful eats and conversation. There's usually always enough and plenty for everyone. It's like Jesus and the fishes and the loaves of bread. That's what it's like. So our April speakers, today, of course, we have Marcia Colver and My Little Light. And then on the 4th, we've got Edie Weigel. She's going to do Create. She's a wonderful speaker too. And Reverend Jim Raindollar. Wow. All right. That's quite the name. And then again is on May 18th is Reverend Edie Weigel. There's no service on Memorial Day weekend because we're all out there having fun. We're camping and we're being in nature. The church we all belong to, right? Yeah. All right. Now, and yesterday was a pickup day up on the rims, right? A lot of the Unitics went. They wore our T-shirts, our new T-shirts, which are in the office if you wish to purchase one. And they're gorgeous, aren't they? and especially when we wear them, you know. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, did a good job. So now if you will prepare yourself to listen to the wonderful David Friedman and the Unity song.
I have a question.
Yes,
I ordered a t-shirt, but I haven't received one.
they're right there
They're
in the office
They're in
if
the
you want to
office.
pick them up. Okay, thanks for asking.
Every prayer, every prayer is heard. Every thought and feeling, every spoken word, what your soul has longed for, what your heart can feel, is already here, is already real. There is no one out there is no one else. You hold all the answers deep inside yourself. There's a voice that whispers, there's no you, no me, there's just one, there's just unity. One power, one presence, one light to lead the way, all loving, all knowing, that answers when you pray. When the world looks darkest and your eyes can't see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you. I will always be. I am one. I am unity. We are one. We are
That song always gets to me. It's time for the lighting of the Christ candle, which represents the Christ within each of us. And we share this light with everyone here today. And this
When we
light,
can get the lighter working.
let's see. I guess I don't have enough in me to light it. I think it might be out at gas. I know that we gave. I know. Doesn't have the. Get it started.
I'll find the other one.
Okay. Any of you guys ever heard of Og Mandino? He's an amazing writer, greatest salesman in the world, a few other books. He says something that, a quote of his that I like to remind myself of in the morning when I wake up. He says, I greet this day with love in my heart. Makes me feel good. Yeah. Anybody have any jokes? I can read the daily word? All right, let's do that. Today is Sunday, April 27th, 2025. Freedom. Spiritual living is my path to freedom. Looking back over the years, I remember the ways I have felt less than free. Maybe I felt limited because of my background or personal history, my education or career, or because of things others believed about me and things I believed about myself. I may have taken on a limited view of myself as well, what was possible for my life. But discovering the truth of myself as a spiritual being, a beloved child of God, has healed my heart and freed my soul. My life circumstances are only part of my story. I am so much more than the sum total of my experiences. My freedom lies in God and in my understanding of myself as divine. As I grow in confidence, realizing I can change my life through the power of my thoughts, I grow more free. Psalm 119:45, I shall walk at liberty, for I have sought your precepts. Can you join me by repeating the freedom saying? For spiritual living is my path to freedom. I saw you out of the corner of my eye there.
Here, would you go back?
Whoa! Man, we got light today. All shining. All right, so this candle is very representative, and I love how it reminds me every time I come here, how that light that shines inside of us, and it radiates, absolutely radiates around in our auras and to outside of the whole, everyone that we meet, everything we see, and it continues to radiate throughout the day and the years, through the city, towns, people we meet, places we go. So keep on shining on. All right, the Unity Foundation principle, if you would mind repeating that with me, please. There's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. And this is our Unity of Billings affirmation created by Charlene Inglis, right there today. Through the divine wisdom and grace, Unity of Billings is vibrant, healing, and inclusive. We are grateful. Time for the love offerings, which Dino is going to disperse the containers to put our love offering in, whether it is your love, your thoughts, your donations. Donations mean a lot of things, you know, time, tithe, talents, everything. We're playing a song. Oh, excuse me. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. This is our blessing.
While we're doing this, I have one more little announcement. We got in the mail today.
Ooh.
Some free tickets, Child's Pass, sorry. I said I'm a kid, but it ain't that one. For the Almadou Shrine Circus. Okay, so I put those kid passes on the back, so help yourself. If you know kids that you can go to. And by the way, Marcia, you got one too, so you can donate yours or.
Great. Circus tickets for the circus for kids, right?
Yes.
Which that might not include us, you know, but anyway, kids will enjoy them, I'm sure. I rode an elephant there once. Yeah. And I wasn't a kid then, at least size-wise. All righty.
Marcia, do you want to lead this one?
We have a special song today that Marcia, our incredible speaker, is turning us on to today. So here you go.
It's gonna play background music for me or not?
We're gonna play.
I think it's a sing-along.
Okay, good. You can sing along.
Do you have your own mic
Is
on?
the mic on? My mic?
No, yours is.
Used to be too scared to shine. When mine met yours, it would run high. But it's in time
I came to find I want to shine so bright, makes the whole world smile.
the beautiful feeling that allows me to be whatever I wanna be. And I'm gonna be free and easy. This little light of mine used to be too scared to shine. When my neck was sick with running high, but in time I came to find I want to shine so bright it makes the whole world smile and pay back the beautiful feeling that allows me to be whatever I want to be. I'm gonna be free and easy. This little light of mine used to be safe to shine. When yours it would run and high. The time I came to find I wanna shine so bright it makes the whole world smile. The beautiful feeling that allows me to be whatever I wanna be. I'm gonna be free and easy.
Ooh, where was the tambourines, man? Jeez. We need to dance to that. Serious.
I agree.
Yeah. So next time, Marcia, tambourines, dancing. Okay? Because we could sing that one again. Don't you agree? All right. Yeah. Okay. I believe it is time for blessing of the love offering. We do that twice around here. Just make sure it gets blessed, you know? Okay. Oh, we are so grateful for each of your presence here today and the gifts that you have given to us to share with the church, the community, and the world. We know that it will be forwarded and blessed many, many times over. 10 times, 100 times, 40 times. And we give thanks. Amen. Now, it's time for Marcia Colver, My Little Light.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Our little lights, our big lights.
Okay, now I'm live. How is everyone this morning? Woo! That's a cool song, isn't it? I just love that song. And my good friend Tiffany over here, who her husband and her son are so graciously share with me, she sent me that song, and I said, oh, I'm going to do a sermon on that song because it so resonated with me. And then the daily word was freedom. And so they came down to join us today, so welcome them when you see them. That's Asa and Aiden as well. So, so when I was a young girl, I suppose I was always wanting to be on stage. And so I did tap dancing, and I sang in the choir, and I played handbells in church, and I played all kinds of musical instruments. And got to be on stage all the time. And then my mom died when I was 14. And a lot of other things happened during that time. You know, a lot of things that happened to a lot of people in life, but it kind of concentrated right there between when I was 14 and 15, which is pretty, you know, pivotal anyway, as a person. And I became afraid to shine my light. And my sister and I we went to different churches and tried to find different churches that we thought we might resonate with. And at that time, this church, this building, was Faith Chapel. And I came to this, but it wasn't quite what I needed. And I tried to go to the church that I was brought up in. And I think I missed my mom too much to be there all the time because she was such a huge presence in that church. And then my stepmother also started going to that church, and since she didn't get along with me at all, I decided that that wasn't too good for me. So I tried lots of other kinds of churches too. And we tried going to, I'm trying to think, it doesn't matter the name, a very, I would say progressive for its time church. And they told us, we're going to get you all speaking in tongues, or we're going to drag you up on the stage, and we're going to get you speaking in tongues there. And I went, oh, Lord. And I was so scared that I just started mumbling stuff. I didn't know what was coming out of my mouth, and nobody had any kind of, words, interpretation for any of that, which really bothered me. So this whole big church full of people are saying things in tongues, and nobody knows what they're saying. And I thought, this is really, really, really weird, exponentially weird for me. But I'm not going on that stage. So my sister is very afraid to come out too. She's a truck driver for a living, and owns a little farm outside Bridger, and she stays on the farm and in her truck. Very few people here have met her, so consider yourself lucky, Tiffany. Our member Susan has met her, and Susan said, why doesn't she come to church all the time? She's delightful. And I said, well, I don't think you're going to get her out to go to church. But we tried that church, and then after I had kids, I wanted to go to church again because we just kind of fell off. We couldn't find one that really resonated. And I hadn't found Unity yet. I didn't find Unity until it was established in this church. So that was not 100 years ago, but thankfully. But I tried to go back to that same church, and in the song, it says, my little light used to be too afraid to shine. And I didn't know that it was me not shining my light that made people not see me. But I tried to go into that church holding a baby and holding the diaper bag, and people bounced around me, didn't see me at all. And I felt really rejected by that. How could they not see me? How could they not hold the door for me? How could they treat people like that? And I don't think now, knowing what I know, I don't think anybody actually saw me. I can hide in a crowd like you wouldn't believe. I can shrink down, and pretty much nobody would see me. So now I know that's a superpower. But back then, I got really resentful and really upset when people wouldn't see me. I would go to a bar and stand there for a long, long time right beside the waitress station, and nobody would acknowledge the fact that I was there. But I finally realized at some point that I needed to actually speak up and shine my light a little bit so that people would know that I was actually there, that I was a person. And let's see, so going on through life, a few other things happen, and sometimes I would shine my light real bright, and then sometimes I would hide. And I think I still do that. Amazingly enough, you all know me. I'm really loud. I like to wear loud clothing. This is kind of mild. And I like to sing everywhere I go. So I love the attention, but at the same time, there's a lot of times when I like to crawl into a cave and hide. I have a cave right down here in the basement that I hide really well in. I also do some fantastic energy work and help people move into their gifts down there. So it's both a really nice hiding place for me so I can recharge and a place where I can recharge other people. So fun for me. But when I heard this song, I thought, oh my gosh, how many people are out there that don't realize that they aren't shining their light? That they're busy being upset with other people because they're really not shining their light. They're wondering how to get there. They're wondering, you know, what can I do to make myself seen? And do I want to be seen? Do I want to be on the stage? Do I want to even have other people see my real self? And like, Tiffany has a new friend now, thanks to me because I introduced her yesterday. And our friend, I won't mention any names, but he's a big guy. He's a huge presence when he wants to be seen. But he also is afraid to be seen completely. So he wears this facade of anger. And he really doesn't hate everybody. He just doesn't want people to see him. So he wears this anger out in front of him. And sometimes that comes across as, you know, it's not always anger that people experience from him right away, because he really wants to be playing music on the stage all the time. But at the same time, he doesn't want to make any mistakes. He's afraid to make any mistakes. And when we're afraid to make mistakes, we can't be on stage, because then if we make one mistake, we feel horrible for a long time. And he does that, and I tell him when he goes to a performance, or I go up to a performance of his, that, you know, you did really well. What are you talking about? Oh, I did this and I did this. No, no one knows that. So just go with it. Just know that you shined for a while. And that made people happy. And he does make people happy. He makes people laugh all the time. He's really funny. And so I'm always surprised that he doesn't want to shine his light, that he doesn't want to share that with everybody. Because I think he should share it with everybody. But I think everybody should share their inside with everybody. Their real selves. So I'm trying to think of the rest of the lyrics. Could you put those back up, Robin? Oh, sure. You're fine.
She's hiding her light.
She's hiding her light.
You need the words.
Yeah, could you? Yeah, thank you very much. And when mine met yours, it would run and hide. When I met this person that I was just referring to, I felt like I was on cloud nine all the time, because there was somebody that magical, a man that was that magical in the world, and that big of a presence, and he seemed to get along with me well, and he wore a white hard hat. Does everybody know what that means? In my family, in my family, we are normally the laborers, the ones that wear blue hats, green hats, hard hats. And the people of importance wear white hats in our family. And the people of importance wear dark colored socks too. Isn't that a really, really weird thing for me to be like, I'm talking to somebody that wears black socks. I just felt like I was really cool, and I was on cloud nine. And at that time, Spirit Quest was going, and this man actually was one of the founders of Spirit Quest. And for those of you who don't know, that's a group that we had meeting here for a long time who helped people understand metaphysical things. So metaphysical and spiritual things. So I attended that quite a bit and I learned a lot from that. And then I found out he helped start it and I thought, what? You know, why is he hiding all the time? Why doesn't he shine his light? And I remember giving him a reading at one time too. Shortly after we met, I sent him a big long email. And I don't remember all the specifics, but in that there was, I'm trying to remember how I put it, but I said, you need to be sharing the music that's inside of you because we all need to know what you know. This is a man who could read, words, come on, the book. I can see the book in my head, so give me a second. Course in Miracles. He could read Course in Miracles and teach it immediately because he knew what it said before he got to the next part. The disappearance of the universe too. That one absolutely made sense to him immediately and he started teaching people right away, but he would only teach the people that he already knew who were right in front of him. He still to this day won't stand, and he's 60-some years old, will not stand up in a crowd and teach the things that he knows, but he knows so much, and it makes me so sad. But that's why I'm out and I want to inspire people to teach the things that they know. I don't know you, but I bet you have stuff that you can teach us, that you share with us. And you're bright and shiny. So, both of you are. So I know that there are things in there that you can share with us, right? So I encourage you to do that any chance you get. Tiffany is a really good example of somebody teaching the things that she knows. She'll talk to pretty much anybody. And whether they want to hear it or not, she is going to tell them a little bit about things. We had an experience a couple weeks ago where we were together in Gillette, Wyoming, and there was an expo that we were doing, and some people that I suppose would call themselves Christians, pardon me for that, but this was really blatantly awful to me. One of them had a shirt on, black shirt, white letters, and it said, Jesus hates, and in little tiny letters, your sins. The fact that anybody would wear a shirt that says Jesus hates anything really upsets me. And then they were quoting Bible verses and not allowing people to have their own interpretation of said Bible verses. So talking about the wrath of God and talking about sins and the devil and hell and how we're all going to hell. We aren't perfect, and they're kind of perfect. And I'm up here standing here in front of you as someone who goes out and touches people's lives every day, but I don't call myself a Christian kind of because of people like that. I resonate with paganism more because it's based on earth, but also because, in my personal opinion, I think Jesus might have been pagan. Not because all of us who are pagans believe that there are minor gods and goddesses that we can talk to, but there is an overall creator that created all of everything. And so we should treat people and everything in the universe the way we would like to be treated. So I like that. I personally, I don't know what they would have said if we had talked to them about the golden rule, because I'm thinking that they probably wouldn't like somebody shouting at them with a microphone, telling them how it is. They did not show up the second day even though they said they would. And I was hoping that they were in church somewhere. So it was much more relaxed, and there wasn't the tension that all of that brought. But I love this church because I am so accepted, and everyone I've ever seen walk through the doors in this church has been so accepted, no matter who they are. And, you know, if in this church you feel ostracized, it might be something that you're doing. It might be some kind of energy that you're putting out, or maybe you're mistaking what other people say. Because I've not met anybody in this church that comes to this church regularly that would judge you for really anything. So I really appreciate that. And I love being here. So, but in time I came to find I want to shine so bright it makes the whole world smile. Does that remind you of another song? Anybody?
The whole world smile song.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola commercial. Which I can't remember right now, or I would sing it. Anybody? Do you know? Anyway, let's see. In about 2009, or no, 2007, sorry, I decided to change my life, and I was going to go back to school for something. And I thought that I wanted to go back to school for being a manager of a factory, because that was some of my funnest jobs. And I thought, oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I got hurt. I got bucked off a horse, landed on my head, and then couldn't turn my head. I still have a bit of a problem, but it's getting better all the time. But because I couldn't turn my head, I went to the doctor. She gave me shots. It was horrible. And then she sent me to physical therapy. And the physical therapist did a lot of muscle manipulation. And I thought, I've been doing massages my whole life. Maybe I should actually go to school for that and become a massage therapist. So I got money together and I went to school. And the first day I was there, they said, you're going to take your clothes off. And there's 2 men in the class, and I went, hell, I will. I've become a little more loose since this. So, and I thought, you know, what is my husband going to say? That's the thing that was holding me back at that time. That's something that I allowed to hold me back and hold me into a certain space and box. I was a mom and I was a wife, and I was good at both of them. I was super mom and super wife, and I could bring home the bacon and make the bacon and remodel the house at the same time. All of it. And go to school. So I did all that and raised my kids best I could. And when I got out of massage school, I experienced this thing called Reiki. Because somebody decided to, or called me up and said, would you like to trade? And for anybody who doesn't know what Reiki is, it is moving the chi, the energy inside of us, and balancing everything up so that we can feel better, in a really short sense. So I started doing that. I went to my first few sessions and immediately found something that I was terrified of, and I wanted to crawl back in a hole. I finally got to the point where I could drive all the way to Billings without having a panic attack. One of my teachers, when I go teach her classes, I teach energy work for the school. So one of my massage teachers will tell the school, so this is Marcia. When she started massage school, she would barely talk. And she would keep everything inside, and she was shrinking almost to nothing so that barely anybody noticed that she was there. And now she travels all over the world, maybe not all over the world, but I have been overseas, and all over the United States, and teaches about how to move into your spirituality. And so she's gonna help you now and teach you about energy work. And I always find that fascinating because I didn't even know that somebody thought or realized that I was shrinking myself down so small. And the change, the metamorphosis that has happened through my whole life that I want to happen to everybody else, no matter how old you are, is incredible. And I don't have panic attacks anymore unless something is seriously wrong in my life. It doesn't have to do with just driving to Billings from It doesn't have to do with trying to serve hot cocoa in a town the size of Fromberg, which might be 1,000 people if we counted all the farms around. I couldn't even bring myself to do the Christmas stroll and serve hot cocoa and talk to people that much. So now this might be a small group of people, but when I go back east and get to talk in different churches there, I have pretty big groups of people that I get to talk in front of. And I love that I can just talk. I can be absolutely myself wherever I go, and I can share stories that might resonate with other people. And that's why I share the stories. It's not to talk about myself, it's so that you might find something that resonates with you in everything that I say, or in at least a few things that I say. And it might inspire you to shine your light. To shine your light as much as you can. Because we are all a piece of God. And every single one of us gets to shine the light of God that they are. However that might show up in you. And whatever it is, however it shows up, it's perfect. Perfect for everything that you got going on. So, let's take a deep breath, let your eyes fall shut. I want you to find that light that's shining inside of you. It might be a flame, it might look like a candle up here, and it might be purple. It might be a star. It might be green. It might be blue. It might be orange. Whatever color your flame shows up as, it might be Technicolor Dreamland. Allow that to grow bigger. And please, if you can't see a light inside of yourself, see me out to church. Allow that to grow bigger and bigger as I sing. And sometimes the right song doesn't just drop into my head like I think it will. So be patient with me a minute. And see that light shining brighter and brighter. I always see it shining out my heart. So allow that light to shine. Shine, shine, shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, now, open your eyes, stand up. And we're all gonna sing that song, because we all know it, right? And clap. So, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I don't remember the second verse. You wanna do it again? Okay. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, now hug your neighbor.
Hey, we'll do it for you.
Yay!
You're alone. Are we ready to circle up?